Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and this time we're back on the Audi, and this time I'm going to fit some dynamic mirror indicators to this car and also fix a little bit of issue that I've been having with the reversing camera. Stay tuned. For more videos like this stuff here, subscribe to my channel if you like this particular video, and please give me that thumbs up. Let's go. So if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you probably remember when I fitted the dynamic mirror indicators to my Mustang, and I love them so much I thought, you know what, I'm going to see if I can get some for my Audi S5, and I did. I managed to find some, and these are again Aliexpress specials. I'll stick a link down below of the ones that I bought. Not very expensive, and hopefully they should do the job. So let's go ahead, see if we can get these mirrors off without breaking them, and then see what these look like on the Audi. So here we go. Please forgive me, the car is absolutely filthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to now attempt to get this mirror off. So we need to get behind the mirror and we need to release the plastic clips that are holding to the mirror adjuster, which is sat behind it in the middle there. So as it's held in the middle around this area here, there's no point in prying from the outer edge because all you can do is crack the mirror. So what I tend to do on these cars is I get a long flat screwdriver like this, push it in as far as I can, and when it's as far as it'll go, then I'm going to twist the end and just leverage against the middle bit here to try and release the clips that are holding this on. And you probably just heard they just went then, and look at that, comes off nice and easy. There's one clip holding it at that side. There we go. So that is pretty easy if you take your time. Let me just disconnect this and I'll show you how it's held on. So we need to remove these two connectors here, which are to the heater mirror element. So again, take your time using a big screwdriver. Just get under the edge of those and gently prise them up. Now you've got to be very careful with these, because as I'm just trying to prise this up, it's lifting this little black blob here, which will be the element glued to the back of the screen. So I don't want to lift that blob up and snap the element. So I'm just gently, I've got it up about 3 or 4 mil. So I'm just going to keep tweaking it with the screwdriver until it comes off. And that's it, one off, and the pin is still working. So I've got to do the same with the other side now. To be honest, they're more awkward to get off than the actual mirror is. Now on my mirror, I've also got an extra wire. I'm not sure, I think this is probably a temperature sensor. So this is the old press down on the top there, and then the plug itself should come out. Again, a very awkward plug to get out, but if you look, the back of the plug is sitting in these parts here. You just need to lift it up so you can then press that bit at the top there in and then pull the plug out. And that's how the mirror connects. So if you see these here, these plastic clips, there are what holding on the outside edge of this adjuster here. So let's get this out of the way and keep it nice and safe so we don't break it. Okay, so what I've done now is I've took the center screw out of the motor here and then just unplugged that and took that out of the way. There was a screw at the top there. There was another one there. Now what I'm doing, I'm going round and I'm just trying to pry. So I'm just trying to pry the bottom part, which is below the indicator. I'm prying this because this should all come off in one unit. As you can see, mine is silver coloured. That should all come off in one. So I've pried and unclipped this edge here, which is just typical sort of plastic clips. I've done that. So now I'm just working along the bottom edge here now, just trying to unclip this here to get into this hard corner. So once this comes up, then the whole thing should come off. Right, I think I might have got it. So once I've got this bottom part loose up to this corner, pushed into there, and I've cracked open this inner edge here, and now it feels like the whole mirror cover is going to lift up. So let me just wangle that about now. Yes. Now don't forget, you've got the plug on here, which is for the actual indicator. So I'm going to use a pick just to release the button. Okay, let me show you inside. To release the plug for these indicators, you need to put your pick under that bit there and just leverage it up a little bit, and then that'll allow the clip to come out. So if we look at how the mirror is actually held on, it is actually just that screw at the top there, that screw at the bottom there. You've got this black clip, and then a couple of clips here at the bottom, and then along this edge again, just a bit of a clip. So really all you're fighting, all you need to do, none of the screws matter, because that screw I took out there actually holds this indicator in. So it's just that screw there, the top two tabs, just make sure they're released, and then it should just come up that way and then come off. So up that way and then come off, and you're left with that mechanism there. Let's take this to the bench now and let's swap out the indicator. So here we go, so it's upside down, so now let's remove the indicator, which is here, and it's just one screw there and one screw there. Once they're released, just need to ease it out, slide it out of this bit here, be gentle not to break it, and out she comes. So there's the original. So let's now dig out the replacement. And let's have a look. So that looks good from that side, looks good from that side, so yes, I think this is going to fit. So let's now fit this into the mirror frame. Job done, let's go fit it to the car. Okay, so here we go, let's get this fitted back on the car. Don't forget, first point is to plug the indicator in, don't forget that, else you have to take it all apart again to do that. Okay, once we've made sure all the wires that should be through are through, it's just a matter of clipping this back in now. So I'm going to go around, just get it all clipped. Okay, that's it in now. So let's replace the screws and get the motor back in and get the glass on, and let's have a look at it. And that's that. So let's go to the front and let's compare it with the original one, which is still on the other side. And there she goes, that looks awesome. So let me just show you what this looks like when you compare it to the other side. And that looks awesome. So let me go do the other side. It's got me wondering now, I wonder if you can do something and replace this front one as well. I'm going to have to go look that up on the internet, see if you can replace that easily enough. Anyway, let's get the other side done.
20 minutes later.
So look at that. What a difference that makes. That's brilliant. That just like knocks 10 years off the age of the car, really. It looks absolutely fantastic. Definitely well pleased with those. They look absolutely superb. Love them. So the next job is to revisit the rear camera. If you remember when I fitted this, I pushed the two wires into the holes where the pins are going to come through in contact with them, and they've been okay, but every now and again the camera goes a bit flickery, as if it's just not making a good connection, which it won't be. And I got a few comments off that video saying you should have bought the right pins and put them in. Well, I didn't have them at the time, but now I've got them. So these are the Quadlock pins, and it's just a set of pins which I'll be able to crimp onto the end of those wires, push them into the actual plug, and then we should get a nice proper connection. So let's go fix that. So let's remove the stereo again using the keys that I've got, and into the two little slots which are just there. So easy with those keys. So I also just want to protect the centre console here so I don't get no scratches when I bring this out and lay it down. To make life a little bit easier, I'm going to take out the HVAC unit as well. See, there was something catching just at the top and it wouldn't come out. Now, which is out. So I've got to the big plug that I wanted, and mine is this blue one here. So let's release the blue one. So you can see this black wire is going to my rear view camera, and I've got the green in that hole and the black in this hole, and they're just pushed in. So what I'm going to do is I want to pin them up and then be able to clip them in and get proper clips in place. These are the pins. So basically going to snap one off. Take my green wire. So that's connectors now fitted to the wires, so now it's a case of just pushing them back into the plug. So now replace the cover back for the plug, and put the plug back in to where it came from. So that was easy enough. I wish I'd had some of these when I was doing the job. So let's reassemble all this and we'll give it a test. So before we get it all back together, let's just test it now. There we go. So yeah, I can see, and yeah, perfect picture. It's not wobbly, it's not jittery. That's obviously my garage door, and yeah, job's a good one. Let's get it all reassembled and then we'll open the garage door and just make sure we can definitely see out. So that's it, all reassembled. So let's see whether it works nicely now. I've opened the garage door, so it should be a better view. There we go. And yay, look at that, perfect. And it was a little bit sort of ficking when you knocked it or anything, but now absolutely perfect. So yeah, well happy with that. So yeah, special thanks to those who actually mentioned this and told me that I just needed these particular pins, and thanks for the links you sent me as well, guys. That's brilliant. So that's a job well done. So that's it, guys. In this video we fixed the reversing camera, so that's now perfect. We brought the mirror indicators up to date by fitting those dynamic ones on, and they look fantastic. Well pleased with how this project is coming along. Got loads more jobs to come on this car, and a big job I'm going to start in August. It's nearly July now, and I've got some holidays in July, but in August I'm going to start the big job on this car. So you want to stay tuned to this channel, because this is going to be amazing. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, please give me the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Till the next time, stay safe.